2 of the 3-banger basketball game today. As you know, I know you saw the one from earlier. That was a good game right there. So what we finna do, we finna get them up today. We finna do a 3-banger. Another 3-banger today, so we finna get them up today. We finna do a 3-banger. Another 3-banger today, so we finna get them up today. We finna do a 3-banger. Another 3-banger. So let's get it in. Let's see what we heading to. We got the Phoenix Suns coming to LA January 16th. January 18th, we got a 1-game road trip. January 20th, we start a 4-game home stretch. But we finna knock out these 3 before we go to the next week's schedule. Alright, let's get it in. Appalite, what's going on? Drop that 100%, fam. Yo, bro, new episodes about to drop. You dropping new episodes, Living with the K's? Drop that 100%.
Welcome to the following presentation of the NBA.
Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. I'm Brian Henderson, and joining me at the table, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. We've also got Allen LaForce bringing us reports. Now let's take a look at Phoenix's opening lineup. Allen and KD are the forwards. Damian Lee out there with Devin Booker. And it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. And for the Lakers, Russell and Reeves teaming up in the backcourt. It's LeBron at power forward with AD as the center. And it's Hachimura in at the 3 spot. Well, what a game we've got in store tonight, Richard. 2 of the top teams in the league.
And each of them with some superstar talent. Whichever star can lead the way, control the game, that'll be the key.
So the Lakers will get the first possession here. James passes to Davis. Back to James. And James throws it down.
Good job, James.
Oh, man, LeBron James getting acrobatic, putting on a show. I see you, big fella.
And out of bounds, the Lakers will take it. And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. Taking a look at Philadelphia, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Checking out the Lakers.
Okay.
They've claimed the top spot because they've earned it. Some critics have said they're playing way above their heads, but I think we're just learning how great this
Good job,
team is.
Russell.
And we know Russell can shoot it. It's what he's out there to do.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
LA's head coach and
Nabbing another steal.
All year long, that's been his thing.
Good job,
He
Russell.
on any chance to grab a steal.
And with that swipe, he is now tied for 3rd for most steals in a single season. And here's Booker. Consistent production from him, averaging just over yet another steal from him.
And he creeps towards greatness with every steal he makes.
He has climbed his
Good
way
job,
to
Russell.
the 3rd highest steal numbers ever in an NBA season.
Ooh, dancing with it. I see you, D'Angelo.
They're having a hard time stopping this run.
And BA, you can't afford to keep coming up empty.
Stolen by Davis. Russell to pass to James.
LeBron.
Again, the Lakers score. All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Lakers?
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them.
They're falling time out.
Disruptive basketball.
They're also managing to make lots of trouble for their opponent in transition. Right away, they're finding points on the break.
Phoenix calls timeout, and Devin Booker is already one of the greatest players in Suns history, Greg.
Well, you could argue that Steve Nash still ranks ahead of him. He did win 2 MVPs with the Suns. But when it's all said and done, I think Booker will be regarded as the best.
First quarter and about a minute and a half in. Booker can't get it to go. Now Los Angeles with it. 11 unanswered points for him. James outside. He shoots it. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
Y'all dare subscribe to my channel.
Reeves. Outside Booker. Pass to Nurkic. Shot clock at 3. Blocked. Now the Lakers moving it up. Here's James. Hey, it's James slamming it down.
Good job, LeBron.
He can make you miss in more ways than just one. Bron with a nice little dribble move.
Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Lee. He's covered by Reeves. The ball's knocked loose. Russell into the lane. And then Russell.
Good job,
with the dunk.
Russell.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They
Calling
just
timeout again.
Timeout called. The Suns, their last game, a win against the Clippers, looking to carry it into this one.
And it wasn't just their starters putting in work. Their backups were real spark plugs on offense.
Yeah, your second unit, those reserves, they can swing a game.
It's time, everyone. Let's hear it for your Lakers.
And looking at the 2K leaderboard now, here are the 2 guards who have been shooting lights out over the last 10 games. Second is Austin Reeves.
And as a rule of thumb, you always want great shooters at the shooting guard position if you can get them. Now, these guys are the cream of the crop.
And having a reliable three-point option at off guard, pretty much a necessity at this point in time in the league.
Here's Booker. Really played well against the Clippers in his last game. Pass to Lee. Nurkic high post. Davis on him. Shot by Nurkic, no good. And Reeves has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. They put up a nice win against Toronto last time out.
It really was the strength of their D helping them to force a lot of mistakes.
Not just forcing mistakes, but converting them into buckets on the other end. Great controlled aggression from their D in that game.
Outside Booker. No good again that time. The Lakers lead by 19. You know, Booker gets a lot of praise for his scoring, but how about his skill as a passer?
Good decision maker, BA. He's able to read defenses and dissect them with his passing. He's shown he can be a traditional quote-unquote point guard.
Here's Booker, following the score by Los Angeles. Pass to Nurkic. Outside Booker. 5 on the clock. On the wing, Durant. Now here's Allen. Hachimura covering. Allen can't get it to go. Now James, guarded by Durant. Oh, wasted no
Good
time
job,
on that one.
LeBron.
James has got 10 points.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Here's Lee. He's covered by Reeves. Outside Booker. He's 11 feet out. LeBron with the rebound. And here's the fast break. And then Russell with the dunk.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Durant against James. Off they go. It's a 3-on-1 break. From deep, Reeves. And Los Angeles another three.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Now here's Durant. And he also played really well in the win against the Clippers. Pass to Nurkic. Lee on the wing. Outside Durant. 6 to shoot. And it's blocked by Davis.
It's the length of Davis that makes it so hard to shoot over top of.
From deep, Reeves. He buries
Good
it.
job, Reeves.
10 points for him.
Talk about putting a team on your back. He has been dominant this quarter, and I don't think they are winning without him.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Booker with it. Russell covering. Outside Durant. Can they get it? The Lakers for the rebound. Davis has got 4 rebounds now. Here's Russell. And then Russell with the dunk.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a gigantic 33-point lead at the close of the quarter. And they've done well in limiting Durant's production, making him uncomfortable and getting him out of rhythm. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Lakers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
Well, Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint. But if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
It's LeBron at power forward with AD as the center. Gabe Vincent out there with Austin Reeves. And it's Hachimura in at the 3. That's the Laker 5. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Brian, a lot of teams are staying clear of that dreaded second apron of the Suns. They blew right past it, adding Bradley Beal to create a star trio. Kevin Durant said, quote, "That's what you're supposed to do. It's about swinging for the fences every year." They're looking to go the distance.
Every year, you're right. Talent is there, Allie.
Pure for the defense to stop him.
Reeves has gotten everything to go. 5 attempts, 5 makes. Tipped away. Oh, it's stolen by Hachimura. Here's Vincent. Banked it in off the glass.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points while the other guys struggle to keep up.
And stolen by Reeves. Vincent with the ball. He's working on Morris. Count it for Vincent.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
And his defenses have adjusted to Austin Reeves scoring. Richard, he's countered with the pass.
Austin Reeves doesn't get enough credit for how good his handle is, how much it's improved. It's allowed for him to score, get into different places, and make these passes.
And here we go again. The Lakers on the break. And there's the slam. Got to finish it off.
With as much defensive attention as AD gets, those passing lanes will be open for him, and those are the passes he needs to make.
Man, they've been careless with the ball tonight.
Yeah, it's a lack of focus and a lack of discipline. They're better than this.
Knocked loose and stolen by Reeves. And he's all alone. He goes up. And the big dunk at the end of the break.
The endless energy of Austin Reeves doing it on both ends.
Man, they're just getting run over right now.
And you can really see they're starting to show some frustration.
Poke loose. Fast break. Here come the Lakers. Here's Vincent. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Well, when you're careless with the ball, that's what happens. It ends up going the other direction.
And there's no defense for that. Live ball turnovers, they are the worst.
Now here's Morris. 14 points for him. Last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
The old man still getting it done on defense. LeBron James still takes his pride in rejecting shots.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Vanderbilt's checked in for James, and Christie subbed in for Reeves. And the Suns also making a change. Okogie's checked in for Booker. To the middle. Here's O'Neal. Tipped.
Perfect timing by Hachimura. What a block.
He's all alone. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
And just good hustle. Always nice to get an easy bucket on the break.
And making sure they convert by finishing strong.
Here's Okogie. Morris outside. Pass to Bull. In transition, here they come. Here's Vincent. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Good job, Vincent.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Outside O'Neal. Bull against Vanderbilt. Shot clock at 6. Here's Okogie. Phoenix no good that time either.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time.
Good job, Chris.
That was good.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Now here's Morris. No points so far. Bull pass to O'Neal. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hachimura. As always, things getting interesting in the West. A look at the standings. Taking a look at Los Angeles, they've been enjoying a truly spectacular run this season, sitting on top of the mountain in the first place spot. And checking out Phoenix, far behind in the standings.
Well, right now for the Suns, they've been a real Cinderella story for sure. It's clear they believe in themselves. That kind kind of camaraderie is so valuable to a team's success.
Well, they had a plan coming into this year, and they stuck with it, and it's worked out to perfection.
Christian Wood is checked in for Los Angeles. Russell comes in for Hachimura. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Phoenix. Allen comes in for O'Neal. Plumlee against Wood. To the left wing. Here's Christie. Releases from the wing and drills it. Christie's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Oh, they get a hand on it. Here's Okogie. Morris on the wing. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Lakers.
Los Angeles ball.
And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for LeBron James.
And the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. That's not what you want, and I'm sure it's something he's well aware of.
Wood against Plumlee. The three from Russell. And the Lakers
Good job, Russell.
from deep.
Leaving absolutely nothing on the table right now. Their focus and execution has been outstanding.
It's caused them to pull away a bit. Let's see if they can keep the train on the tracks.
And then Russell with the
Good
dunk.
job,
The moment Russell got the ball, he knew this was all him.
Here's Okogie. No made baskets yet. Outside Durant. There's 38 seconds left to play in the second quarter. That's tipped and stolen by Wood.
Wood.
Here's Russell. And then Russell.
Good job,
with the
Russell.
dunk.
Tonight we've seen D'Lo put on a show. This guy believes in his game. Russell thinks he can put up huge numbers every single night.
Now here's Morris. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game. The finish! And then Russell with the dunk!
And I'll tell you what, the way they're able to pressure the ball.
What's your name on Facebook, Living with the K's?
That's what led to an opening.
Not on
And as soon
Facebook,
as
on
they got the
YouTube.
steal, it was off to the races. This is the aggressive mindset that the coaching staff encourages them to maintain.
Here's Christie. And
Good
again,
job,
it's the Lakers.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. It's Los Angeles running away with this one. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
0.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. The first half, it was all about D'Angelo Russell. He ended up with 22 points, 2 assists, and 1 block. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
They scored very effectively. With the exceptional ball movement and play calling, they were able to exploit multiple weaknesses in the defense. They've got to feel good about themselves running out to a huge lead.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Phoenix?
Well, their sloppy play really surprised me, especially the turnovers. No matter who they had out there, they never seem to be on the same page. Their only hope is to make every possession count, and that means taking care of the ball.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Go over there.
And as we dive into
Living
the
with
second
the
half,
K's.
we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first two.
I am
So far,
subscribed
it's been a
to.
runaway. You know, D'Angelo Russell has been exceptional here, guys.
Slicing up the defense, living in the lane. Terrific first half for him.
And when you rip through the D like he did in that first half, you gotta stay aggressive. Keep getting to the rim.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And so, in the game for Phoenix, KD and Nurkic are the big men for them. Damian Lee out there with Devin Booker. And it's Allen in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Durant. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. 4 on the clock. Knocks it loose, and he recovers it.
Look at Durant utilizing.
Oh, he got two. He stole 2 points. Okay.
Board. Ladies and gentlemen, he's 7 foot and sending it right back.
Here's Reeves. He takes it in, and he dumps it down.
Good job.
It's easy to see why they go to him so often, because they know they can depend on him to come through for them.
And so it's Booker with it. He brings it up for Phoenix. He swipes the ball away again. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. You gotta love it. Doing more work in the painted area. He has really excelled inside.
Now here's Booker. Outside Durant. Second half of basketball. Just over a minute played so far. Clock at 6.
Did you check on King?
The Suns need to get off a shot, and it goes out of bounds.
Did you check
that
on
one
King?
off Allen. Grayson Allen's shooting gets a lot of attention.
Somebody got killed on the
his
corner.
efficiency is also impressive.
No, it's his shooting and efficiency that causes problems for defenses. When he's on the floor, there will be much more space for everyone else to work.
Now here's Russell. 24 points for him.
You'd love to see D'Lo go on attack, and that puts pressure on the defense.
That got shot. One
outside Durant.
One died and one in
It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Jazz at Delta Center in Utah. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They
You didn't get your money today?
And stolen by Reeves.
You didn't get your money
By
today?
himself. And then Russell with the dunk.
by Reeves, snatching the ball
my
and
check
taking
came
it the
today.
other way.
But you didn't want to know.
No, my auntie had to work.
And so it's Phoenix
She
with
had
it.
to get to work early. So that's why
Here's Lee.
they
Still
didn't
no
come till
points.
about like 10 o'clock anyway.
And miss after miss right now.
By that time,
And they
she's
have
already
been
at work.
cold coming out of the break, only getting one of their first 4 shots
So
to
I
drop
gotta go
this
to
out.
play early in the morning.
A moment to hear from
I know,
Allen
that's
LaForce.
That's what I got to talk to you about.
Basketball's signature play.
Oh, I talked to
And
Auntie
forward
about
Nicholas
3 times
growing up,
today.
You have so much joy in dunking. You're one of the few people in the world that can.
Yeah, I might have to tell you later.
Most vets, he's come to grips with the reality. He said, "My body told me,
I
no more,
put
bro."
them beans in the
Well, leave
trash.
that to the youngsters now, right? All right, Alec.
I had some rice.
And here's what Phoenix's
I
schedule
said,
looks
I had some
like.
rice. I put some
Sunday,
beans in the
they
trash.
up against the Trailblazers in Portland. And then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the Sacramento Kings.
And for that game against the Pelicans, anything can happen in the NBA, but they'll be a heavy favorite, and it would take a total meltdown for them to lose.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Reeves has got 19 points.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Got a piece of it. It's a one-on-one situation. And there's another one for the Lakers.
I'll tell you what, fast break points have been the story here.
Russell against Booker.
Right there.
Third quarter action. Just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Now the Lakers moving it up. Here's Russell. And then Russell with the
Good job, Russell.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
Now here's Booker. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Hachimura. Back to Russell. Goes up on the wing. And he
Good
knocks
job,
the
Russell.
jumper down.
They are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
2 minutes.
Booker against Russell. Here's Allen. To stop the drought. Got a hand on it.
Hey, look what
Booker against Russell.
Okay.
Pass to James. Over to
One
Rand.
of them.
That one's good. From James on the assist.
Y'all was riding with.
James
time I
got
got
12 points in the game. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the
I'm waiting
Lakers.
on him to get
All you have to do
his
is look at one stat, and that is their block numbers. It tells you how
internet
tight he has been. They've been going out of their way
What
to
team
smother
also?
the defense.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat
Good
the
job,
defense.
Russell.
This is Russell's game. He is an active and ready shooter off the catch.
The Lakers, another fast break opportunity here. And then Russell with the dunk.
Good job, Russell.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Durant with it. Phenomenal stats on a consistent basis. Puts up over 24 points a game. Pass to Allen. And it's blocked by Davis.
That's what happens when you challenge Davis. He can be so disruptive as a defender.
And here's Reeves outside. Here's James. And he
Good
sinks it
putback,
again.
James. Good
On the
putback.
field now.
Their ability to get out and run the floor has accounted for a high percentage of their points.
Lee, the pass to Booker. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Nurkic. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Lee. Off the mark, and the drought continues. Reeves, the pass to Davis. Launches it. It's good! It's good!
All right, LeBron, hit the buzzer beater.
Oh, they're on fire. The run punctuated by the big trifecta.
And so it's D'Angelo Russell making things happen for the Lakers. He had the ball handlers off balance all quarter and came up with a bunch of steals. We'll be back in a moment.
I subscribe to your channel, which I already did.
And now let's take a listen in on head coach Mike Budenholzer.
Keep grinding. Keep getting stuff. The offense will come. See if we can move it a little bit more against the Reds and then drive it, move it, catch it, shoot it.
And Coach Bud wants his guys to work harder on offense.
What up, Alpha Light?
Budenholzer said, just keep gutting through it and eventually, hopefully, it will come around.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Reeves at the 2 with LeBron at the 3. Jackson Hayes is out there with Davis. And it's Russell in at point guard. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. And here we go again. The Lakers on the break. Here's Russell. Ooh, good finish at the rack.
Good job, Russell.
Russell's got 43 points.
Yeah, a high-profile score since high school. I mean, you have to be impressed with Russell's ability to generate points.
For the finish. And then Russell.
Good job, Russell.
And just good hustle. Always nice to get an easy bucket on the break.
And making sure they convert by finishing strong.
And here's Morris. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. They're off to battle the Trailblazers after this one, as they'll be playing at Moda Center. That game will conclude the 3-game road trip they're currently on. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession.
Jump
We'll have a
ball
jump
on
ball. And here are the Suns now. Pass to Okogie. Reeves brings a double. Yet another steal from him. His anticipation has been off the charts.
Off the charts.
Good job,
indeed,
Reeves.
PA. I mean, he's just taking the ball away with ease.
We've seen this before. Reeves is a skilled offensive player. He can fill it up.
Here's O'Neal. And Richard, with the new CBA in place, the middle class is starting to strengthen in the league.
And I think that's a good thing. You don't want minimum players and max players. There is a big gap between those two styles of play. There's so many players that fit in between. There's all-stars. There's young players that deserve a larger portion of the money.
The Suns are playing horrible.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Here's Okogie. Shot clock at 6. And it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Christie. And he
Good job, Christie.
To polish off the break.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
I know, right?
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
And Phoenix has possession. Following the score by the Lakers. And it's out of bounds. Still Phoenix's ball.
Wow. They is garbage. Wow. That's your favorite basketball team, Alphalite?
Ball against Davis. Here's Morris. They get it again. O'Neal on the wing. Pass to Bol. They need this. Okogie on the wing. Here's Robbie.
Basket for shit.
Clock at 6. Takes it inside. And it's rejected. And here we go. Lakers running again. Hayes with it. Guarded now by Morris. Got it.
Hey, they are really looking to move the ball on the break. It's impressive.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And here they come. Hayes for 3. And another 3 for the Lakers.
You know, a pretty easy solution to stopping this run would be to get back on defense. It's pretty simple.
Okay.
Fast break. Here come the Lakers. Jumps up and finished off by Hayes.
Good job, man.
Their offense is
I think we got the Nuggets on our schedule. I'm not sure, but I'm going to check.
That seems like they haven't missed.
Here's Okogie. Well, Richard, one thing we're seeing an emphasis on by the league, mental health.
I'm surprised it took people so long to understand how grueling of a mental task it is to try and be one of the 450 year in and year out.
Here's Vincent. And throws
Good
it
job,
down on the
Vincent.
coast-to-coast drive.
Look, and you can't forget about Davis's length. He uses
Hey.
it well to grab steals.
The Suns have gone 0 for 3 in this fourth.
Honey.
Good. Morris passes to
Can you
Okogie.
make me a grilled ham and cheese, please?
Outside Bol. To stop the drought. Now
What?
Davis. Pass to Christie. That one falls. Davis feeds. Davis has got 5 assists tonight.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end,
What are you
and they
talking
can
about, the
actually help
celebrate?
their offense as well.
Y'all hit that.
Scoring before the defense can set up. They've been doing it all game.
When no one left, you ate it.
They're making the most of the chances on the break.
Every time I buy celebrate, y'all gonna do it.
People think.
Here's Morris. After the Lakers picking up a basket just moments ago.
Meatballs in the microwave.
Hayes for 3. And Los Angeles another 3.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is cooking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Lakers.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And looking at their record after this victory, this will be their 37th of the year.
And that'll put a little extra meaning on their next game. No team wants to go 0 for 4 against an opponent, no matter who it is.
Yeah, that's
As it was happening, as it was
What's up, bro?
building, you knew this was a monster game for D'Angelo Russell.
And I love his tenacity at the defensive end on the floor. Very disruptive all game long.
Going all the way to the rack. Here's Vincent. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
This
Good
is
job,
what winning
Vincent.
is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
And so it's Phoenix with it. After the Lakers picking up a basket just moments ago. Now the Lakers moving it up. Here's Christie. And he capped off the break with a monster slam.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight.
DJ Lawrence 35. Thanks for the 100%.
Their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
Here's Okogie. Here's Robbie. A shot to stop the run. It's blocked. And that's out of bounds.
Block, young man.
Retain possession.
One ball. Substitution on the court.
Just put me something on some rice. I said put me something on some rice.
Cause I'm gonna cook that bad, baby. Touch my bread.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Ooh, poked away. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I don't know what we're gonna eat.
Unless we
I'll
have.
probably pick up a.
One side is dominated tonight.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job of imposing their pace and style of play.
Nails it from beyond the arc.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
She said she'll be here by 12.
Much more nowadays in the NBA. Team putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
And so it's the Lakers easily grabbing this one.
We like to thank the Phoenix Suns for coming. Sorry we have to beat y'all 136-5. See you next time go
Fans
around.
appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. They were just dominant out there.
Please get on.
All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
No.
Anthony, your playmaking stood out tonight. Did you flash back to your days as a perimeter player in high school?
A little bit. The first to be in the guard before I became a big. I get to handle the ball like that. So it was fun. It was fun tonight. Most of all, we got the win, and just keep getting better.
What?
He can do it all. Thanks, AD.
All right, Allie, thank you.
Yeah,
And
they
that'll do
said
it,
that other
folks.
president.
From Grand Hill, Richard Jefferson and Allie LaForce. This is
I
Brian
don't know what
Anderson.
that all
Thanks
about.
for watching
What's
the
the name
NBA,
was
presented
covering
by 2K Sports.
I know.
We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Let's see who we got next. Okay, y'all, we heading to Utah. We got a one-game road trip before we go back home. We play Utah. Hold on, because I want to see when do we got the Nuggets. Oh, shit, we got the Nuggets February 13th. I feel like we got y'all February 13th, bro. Make sure you in the building. Who hurt? Oh, D'Angelo. Oh, man. Broken left wrist. He finna be out for 4 to 6 weeks. Motherfucker. Damn it. I was watching Ray Charles earlier. I gotta finish it. Said I was watching Ray Charles earlier. I gotta finish it.
Up next, the Lakers taking on the Jazz. For the Lakers, a stellar year has put them at the top of the Western Conference. First place doesn't come easy, but you know what? They've worked for every single win. Jazz, Lakers, and we'll be right back for the tip-off. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And joining us from the sidelines is David Aldridge. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Down in the block, it's LeBron and Davis. Vincent is out there with Austin Reed. And it's Hachimura in at the 3 spot. And for Utah, in the lane spot, it's Clarkson and Markkanen. Then it's George. Then it's John Collins. And it's Hendricks in at the 4. All right, we're in the middle of the season here, Greg. How do you stay engaged at this time of the year?
Honestly, Kevin, it can be hard. The schedule is so daunting. There's really no time to reset. So spending your off days recharging, I think, is important.
Now, here is George. He feeds it to Collins. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins.
Call your dad. Your dad should know how.
Here's James. Davis, the pass to Hachimura. And that one falls coming off of Davis's speed.
Just solid with the jump shot. Hachimura helps your offense in a number of ways. In that case, spacing the floor.
Pass to Collins. The rebound by the Lakers. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, taking care of the ball has to be their #1 priority. But they also have to stay aggressive. You have to strike a good balance.
One-on-one fast break. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Here's George. Following the bucket by the Lakers. Here's Vincent. And that one is stuffed right through.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
It's been a slow start here for Utah. 9-point game. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
Yeah, I mean, they had their chances, competed deep into that game, but had a few lulls there that just kind of took them down.
Well, this has to be a frustrating loss because they actually played well, but it still wasn't enough for them to get the win.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Yeah, I like the timeout here. The coaching staff needs to get these guys regrouped and refocused.
Go check the meatballs back.
Knocked away. To end the run. Lakers with the rebound. About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Well, Greg, over the last few seasons, one area of consistency for the Jazz has been their rebound.
Yeah, and they have some size.
and they make controlling the boards a focal point. When you're playing Utah, you better be ready to put a body on somebody.
Here's Clarkson following the three by the Lakers. They get it back. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. The grind of the NBA season wears on, but what a pleasure this year is turning out to be. Let's check out the West and see how the standings look. Take a look at the Lakers. And not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there in the #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And, of course, the Jazz. They have a lot of ground to make up.
And seeing where Utah is, they were a team that no one knew quite what to make of entering the season. But as the years gone on, it's become clear they're legit contenders.
Yeah, and I think the fact that they've been overlooked has fueled them throughout the season. They've got that us against the world mindset.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
It sure is. They've certainly accepted the challenge. The trick now is to sustain this effort.
And so it's Utah here with the ball, following the bucket by the Lakers. Pass to Hendricks. Shot clock at 5. Clarkson with the ball. He's picked up by LeBron.
What a play by the Davis. You think you can get it over me? No, not on my watch.
Sexton, he's checked in for Utah.
Colin Sexton.
Lakers leading by 18. Vincent finds Reeves. Got that one up quick. 11 points for Austin Reeves. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
Wow, those early blocks are key. They are intimidating their opponents and making them hesitant.
And another thing they've done so well is convert fast break opportunities. Great job trusting their guys and getting those easy ones.
Utah calls timeout.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
Yeah, right now, Coach needs to draw up his best play, get some points, and give this team some confidence.
And the Jazz making a change here. Kessler's checked in.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for LeBron James. And he's in the top 5 in the league in steals. Those hands are like meat hooks. Not much gets by him.
And back to your point, he's second in three-point accuracy. A lot of that has to do with mental toughness. It's just hard to force him out of his comfort zone. Now, here's Markkanen. Hasn't made one yet. Shot clock at 6. Deep 2 from Clarkson. Misses off the left iron.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Reeves, that's a two-pointer. Again, Los Angeles.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Now here is Hachimura. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Got a piece of it. And stolen by LeBron. Here's the break. Here's Vincent. Count that one. Vincent's got 8 points.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for him right now.
Here's Sexton. Misses and the dry spell continues. LA's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Here's Hachimura. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Tipped away. Kessler passes to Collins. Hachimura against Markkanen. Second chance shot. Offensive rebound. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And so it's Hachimura who brings up the ball for LA. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. It's good.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And so it's Utah here with the ball. Searching for their first points of the game. Over to the left wing. Vincent. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Kessler wide open. He fires. And the buzzer sounds in the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. Los Angeles on top, delivering the blowout. From Delta Center, back in a moment. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And guys, the Lakers enjoying a nice lead here.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
Hey, Stan, I've always wondered, back when you were coaching, college or pro, what was your defensive philosophy?
Well, I think, first of all, Kevin, we always wanted to take away the easy baskets. In other words, we're going to get back in transition, not give away fast breaks. We are going to try to protect the paint and make sure we're not giving away layups. And we didn't want to foul unnecessarily and give away free throws.
So for the Lakers right now, Wood out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then there's Christie, then it's Vincent, and it's Reeves in at the two-guard spot. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. The Utah Jazz last season became one of the first teams in the league to move their games to broadcast television. Gamble, but they just about tripled their reach. And with the rapid growth in the region, they have a chance to attract new fans. And Kevin, no doubt, other NBA teams are keen to see how this goes.
Oh, David, no question at all. We thank you for your report. Kessler against Reeves. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Anthony Davis.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And so it's the Lakers with it. Lauri Markkanen unable to get his last shot to go.
And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
Yeah, I got to agree. Their defensive commitment's got to be a lot better.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Christian Wood. That's his first foul. Eubanks, he's checked in for Walker Kessler. And the Lakers also making a change. Connect, he's checked in for Austin Reeves. Los Angeles on D. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. It's stolen by Vanderbilt. Pass to Connect. Shoots over Markkanen. And another basket for the Lakers.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Knocks it loose. To the inside. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Here's George after the basket by the Lakers. And here they come. Here's Connect. And another three for the Lakers.
You have to stay attached to Connect. He's a terrific off-ball threat.
And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, guys, it was all high fives and handshakes in the Lakers draft room when they selected Dalton Connect with the 17th pick. His ability to work off the ball and space the floor is seen as an ideal fit alongside the Lakers' stars. And Coach J.J. Redick is more than familiar on how to capitalize Connect's skill set. The Lakers were shocked that Connect fell to them at 17, but guys, they are more than excited.
No question. Okay, thank you, Shams. Here's Markkanen. That one's off, still out of sync.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game.
And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
That's a jump ball.
Utah with the ball. Sexton against Christie. Outside, Sexton. Here's Eubanks. Wood covering.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
And the basket is good.
And that high skill level coupled with the 6'10 frame and Wood looking more and more polished as a catch and shoot.
Now, here's George. No scoring in this one. Here's Vincent. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense. Stop you're looking for.
Now, here's George, defended by Vincent. Sexton attacking, trying to end the drought. A rebound by the Lakers.
You got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
Connect. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Yeah, those are starting to add up. Guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
George passes to Eubanks. That's tipped, and Utah turns it over again. And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for the Jam. On Monday, they'll defend home court against the Indiana Pacers. And then on Wednesday, they'll take on Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors.
And looking at the Rockets matchup, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
George double-teamed. The pass to Eubanks. Back to George. Jazz passing it around. Markkanen passes to Sexton.
Los Angeles foul. Christie. That's his first personal foul.
John Collins, he's checked in for Utah. Clarkson comes in for Keontae George. And then for the Lakers, Anthony Davis is checked in for Wood. And it's Hachimura in for Christie. Markkanen against Hachimura. Markkanen can't get it to go.
Oh, man, still a goose egg for him in the scoring column.
Here's Vincent. There he goes again. That's his 9th straight basket. He's a perfect 9 for 9.
And he continues to shoot a perfect percentage. Clearly a big reason why they're up right now.
Now, here's Sexton. 17 points in his last outing.
Substitution on the court.
Markkanen looking it over. Sexton on the wing. He has yet to score. Just 5 on the clock. Collins kicks to Sexton. Over Reeves. And once again, off the mark by Utah. And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. Lakers on top, running away with this one. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the Lakers out on top at halftime. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, how'd you see it?
Well, they've been incredible from beyond the arc. They're scoring the three in bunches, sinking them at a high rate. If the defense continues to allow open looks in the second half, fire, fire.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
They've been struggling to get shots in general, but down low, they've been paper soft. Hate to say it. Giving up way too many easy looks. They can't protect the rim more effectively in the second half. It's going to be a long ride home.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive.
Living with the man. Drop that 100%, bro.
And here is LeBron. Sharing the wing spot. It's Clarkson and Markkanen. Then it's Collins. Then it's George. And it's Hendricks in at the 4 spot. That's the group right now for Utah.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
John Collins was a force in his first few years, Stan, but hasn't seemed to match that level of success since that time. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think there's a few reasons, Kevin. Number one, I just think it's a lot about opportunity, and he went from being the number 2 guy on a team to being the 3rd, 4th, even at times 5th guy on the floor, so he's not getting as much opportunity. He doesn't have as much opportunity to play some of his minutes as a center now, and that was always where he could get a quickness advantage. So even where he is now, though, this guy is a very good player and has gotten to the point he's underrated.
And so George will bring it up for the Jazz. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. Vanderbilt with the steal. And it's the Lakers on the break. And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, and that is key for them, continuing to build out this lead.
And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter.
Loose. Here's Davis, and he drives in, and Davis throws it down.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Now, here's Markkanen. Still scoreless. Down low. And Utah turns it over again. Nothing yet for them in the third quarter. Gabe Vincent, he's checked in for Vanderbilt. Here's the Lakers with the ball. A nice run going 12 in a row. Davis finds Hachimura. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Hachimura's got 11.
And they have come out of halftime in fuego.
Pass to Collins. Poked away. It's stolen by Davis. Reeves outside. And the Lakers take on 2 more.
Yeah, that's next level stuff from AD. He draws the eyes of the defense and then locates the open man.
Stan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the two biggest would be this. I think number one, anytime there was a lack of effort, not running back on defense, things like that, that I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again. And then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. It's got to be just excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
Baisley's checked in for Markkanen. Pass to Baisley. Outside, George. 6 on the shot clock. Clarkson for 3. Another miss by Utah.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And that one's good. Hachimura's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Los Angeles. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Baisley with it. James defending. And they get it. The shot by Baisley, no good. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. And LeBron throws it down.
Yeah, the vertical's still there. LeBron's athleticism never ceases to amaze.
To the right side. Here's Baisley. Moves back up. Shot by Collins, no good. Outside, James. Here's Vincent. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got 3 assists now in this one.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA is looking for greater parity, but Golden State's Draymond Green said, quite frankly, with this new CBA, dynasties are over. We're the last dynasty you'll be able to speak of because of the way this salary cap is set up. I guess we'll see. Kevin?
I hope he's not right, but he may be onto something, David. Thank you. And the Jazz with possession here after the basket by the Lakers. George passes to Collins. Clarkson up top. Still yet to score. Another miss by Utah. And it's the Lakers on the break. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Watching Davis run up court, very light on his feet for a big fella.
They get a hand on it, and it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here.
Now a chance to see the numbers for George. He's been more than solid over the last month. He's right around 17 points a night, 6 assists and 2 rebounds. And with the ball in his hands, he is an outstanding distributor.
Well, he is so unselfish. That's why guys love playing alongside him.
Here's Hendricks. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. George looking around. It's Collins, high post. Here's Clarkson.
Yeah, look, if I'm his coach, I'm going to get him involved in another way. Set a screen, get an assist, something to reset his mind a little bit.
Just a great job of controlling that defensive backboard, then getting out in transition. That's been the difference.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Baisley, covered by LeBron, and Davis sends it back.
A two-way star, AD has led the league in shot blocking on multiple occasions.
And again, it's the Lakers.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
And so it's Los Angeles enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific team. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
I'm going to beat you.
And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth, we've got Davis. Vincent is out there with LeBron James. Then it's Rui Hachimura. And it's Hayes in at the power forward position.
The floor for the Lakers. Connect.
On defense, the Lakers. Outside Williams. And landing zone fouls have been a part of the rule book for some time now, Coach. It's changed how shooters shoot.
No question, Kevin, and it's a good thing, I think. The NBA needs to protect the shooters. They're doing that. None of us wants injuries that could be prevented. We don't want to see the great shooters just come down and land on somebody's foot and miss 6 to 8 weeks.
Here's Sexton. Now Eubanks. Lakers with the rebound. LeBron's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. Defense, for me, just hasn't made the commitment to sprint back in transition, and that's why you see such a huge differential in fast break points.
And here we go. Lakers running again. From down in the low post, it goes. Hachimura's got 4 points in the quarter. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And also, they've made it a point to push it off turnovers. They're playing smart and alert, capitalizing on mistakes.
Outside, Sexton. Eubanks, the pass to Sexton. Now, Beasley. 6 to shoot. Back to Sexton. For 3. And rebounded by Connect.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
So what did
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Here's Sensible. Stolen by Connect. For the finish. And Connect slams it in.
Rising up. Dalton Connect.
And so Sexton will bring it up for the Jazz. They have yet to put up any points here in the fourth. And the NBA coach has made sure franchises can't sell their future via draft picks in a trade. What do you think of that?
I think it was probably a good idea because, you know, all of us, coaches, maybe even more than GMs, but organizations get to a point that you want to win so badly in the present that you're willing to just sacrifice the future, and that can lead to some very bad teams down the road, and the NBA doesn't want that.
Yeah, and we've seen that. You're right, a lot of examples. And here's the Lakers. A nice run, going 12 in a row. Going inside, and the dunk by Hachimura.
And the scary thing is, Hachimura is going to keep getting better. Games like this prove how special he can be.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Here's Eubanks. It's tipped. Hachimura with it. Pass to Hayes. over Eubanks. Again, Los Angeles.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Now the pass to Eubanks. Kicks it to Sexton. 5 on the clock and out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. Some changes for the Lakers. Christie comes in for LeBron. And it's Austin Reeves in for Gabe Vincent. Here are the Lakers. It's been 16 straight unanswered. Hachimura, nice shot from the wing. 24 points here for Rui Hachimura.
And we know Hachimura has a confident personality. You see it there with the rise and fire approach. Nice.
Clarkson, and the ball out of bounds. Reeves touched it last. Passes it to Baisley. 5 to shoot. Eubanks with it. Working on Hayes.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Lakers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And when it's all said and done here, this will mark their 38th W on the year.
And after dropping game 1 in this matchup, they managed to take the second of a 3-game season series. No question, that's a morale booster.
The Lakers making a switch here. Davis is checked in. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 2 on the clock. And a deep 3 from George. Ball's knocked loose.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure.
Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the play.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Stolen by Reeves. Here's Connect. He's covered by Clarkson. Hayes. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, LeBron. You keep taking care of business. How is your game traveling on the road?
You know, we just try to have a road warrior mentality. We understand when we go on the road, it's just us. The Laker faithful, they travel with us too sometimes, but we know it's just all about us and how we can play well on the road, and we've been doing that this year so far.
Yeah, you kept this crowd quiet down the stretch, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. So now for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Arnold saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.
Score 123 to zip. Let's see who we got next. All right, y'all. We back home. We got Oklahoma City Thunder. The last game of the night before the next.
I don't know who's fucking for you page I'm popping up on, but we rich.
3 games.
Rich. Rich as fuck.
Shout out to the one.
Listen, I love that. When I say I love that, I love that.
Boy, the Thunder looking like they're not messing around tonight. They had a little bit of an edge to them as they got off the bus earlier.
Oh, hey, Nigga Red. Hey, True Gang. Say hey, boo.
Thanks for joining us in honoring Martin Luther King Day. It's a very special presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Grant Hill and Brent Berry, I'm Brian Anderson. Also with us tonight, our reporter, Allie LaForce. Here are the starters for Oklahoma City. Shea and Caruso are the backcourt pair. Jalen Williams is out there with Isaiah Hartenstein. And it's Diallo in at the 3. And for the Lakers, it's LeBron at power forward with AD as the center. Gabe Vincent out there with Austin Reeves. And it's Hachimura in at the 3. You know, Grant, it's an honor to be here on Martin Luther King Day in the NBA.
You know, B.A., you're so spot on. I mean, so much time has passed since the 1960s. But Dr. King's efforts ring as true today as they did then. I think he'd be proud of the power that players have in this league right now.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Stolen by Davis. Vincent left side. Outside Reeves. Lets it go from the wing. And he drops that one in.
This is how you begin a game. Set the tone right from jump.
Take a nice deep breath. You score on that first possession. Gets the game started the right way.
Offensive board. Shots blocked. And he's able to get it back. Diallo right side. Oh, it's stolen by Hachimura. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Here's Davis. And finished off by Davis.
AD gets near him and it's lights out.
The Thunder have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Williams against James. Williams passes to Diallo. Inside. Here's Hartenstein. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Here's Hachimura. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
And that's a solid flush from Hachimura.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Last season, the Thunder became the youngest team in NBA history to clinch a #1 seed, Brent.
Yeah, how about that? The age average combined last year, 23.9 years of age. And most of their players not even close to their full potential. To have that kind of success and to share in that kind of story means that they have a big-time foundation to build upon.
He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot.
Yep, that one's good.
His small advantage is starting to snowball.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Gilgeous-Alexander, no good.
It seemed like he changed his mind during the layup, tried to pull off another shot, and choked.
The 3. And Davis with the basket on the assist by Reeves. Reeves has got 3 assists tonight. On offense, here are the Thunder. Still without a basket in the game. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Their last game, a win against the Magic, looking to carry it into this one.
And at the offensive end, they were lights out in that game. They found all sorts of ways to punish the D.
Yeah, I love watching that game, and in particular, their demeanor in their destruction in that game.
the lady I'm doing her hat. And she's here on TikTok. She actually found me on TikTok. So.
And we have a chance to take a look at the teams that are wreaking havoc with their defense this past month. Number 1, Los Angeles.
They've been playing great lockdown defense over the past month. They close out on shooters extremely well and do not allow easy looks.
Well, if you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Offensive rebound. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Knocks down the triple.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Knocked away. And so the ball out of bounds. Gilgeous-Alexander tucks it last. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Anthony Davis.
And when you look at his offensive output over the past few years, it seems like other teams have figured him out and have his number now. He's having to put in a lot more effort on the offensive end, but without producing nearly the same results.
Again, the Lakers.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. Nothing up yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Hartenstein. Who poked away. Stolen by Davis. All alone on the break. The finish. And finished off by Davis.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. We love it.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's covered by Vincent. Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. Knocks it loose. Fast break. Here come the Lakers. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Now a timeout call by Oklahoma City.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively. Something that needs to change and change soon.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
Thank you.
Vanderbilt's checked in for the Lakers. Thunder trail by 20.
Ow!
2 minutes remaining.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Not a lot of room. Five to shoot. Outside Joe to end the drought. Rebounded by the Lakers. They defeated Utah in their last game.
Most of the arena was totally against them. But they looked inward, trusted each other, and made good plays.
Yeah, and in that game, it turned into a massive scoring night. It wasn't so much about the game plan as it was establishing early confidence to get that win.
Now here's Joe. 14 points for him last game against Orlando. And up the floor again for the Lakers, running the court.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, you're doing everything out there.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Orlando.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with a detailed interior attack.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
Now here's Williams. He picked up 30 points in their last win against Orlando.
Felt like he had a sense in that game that the defense was being over-aggressive, and he tried to take advantage of that. He continually frustrated them throughout the night and got to the free throw line.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Vanderbilt, the pass to Hachimura. Shoots over Wiggins. That one's good from Hachimura on the assist by Vanderbilt. Hachimura's got 6.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. Pass to Joe. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 to shoot. From deep. The shot no good.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there. That's unfortunate.
And so it's Los Angeles, firmly in control with an impressive 28-point lead as the quarter ends. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. We'll be right back after this word. And again, happy Martin Luther King Day as we return to the court here on 2K Sports. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Lakers.
So far, they've had a lot of success off fast break plays, and they'll probably continue to push the tempo as much as possible.
They've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
Well, Brent, league-wide, more and more points being scored. Do you see that tapering off at any point?
Yeah, with all the rule changes and what we're seeing in terms of the skill set of players growing, I mean, the scoring is just going to keep going. How far can we go? I don't know. I feel like we're topping off a little bit. The only way we're going to score more points in the game is add more time to the clock.
James is out there with Christian Wood. Then it's Rui Hachimura. Then it's Gabe Vincent. And it's Christie in at the 2. That's the Laker 5. And it looks like we've got an injury on the floor. Very unfortunate as always, guys. Don't like to see this.
And hopefully it's not as bad as it looks. That would be a big blow for them.
Well, looking at his face right there, you can tell he's in a lot of pain. And there's a lot of trepidation right now on that team's sideline.
Once again, up there for your Lakers.
And we got some point guards here who have been on fire over the past month. And you look at Vincent. Right now, he's second in the league in field goal percentage.
They're just some fantastic shooters on that list. You love point guards who have great touch as well as the patience to wait for good looks.
Well, it's about taking smart shots and playing with great control. And that smart shot selection coupled with tremendous pure shooting, that's got them on the top of the list.
Wood against Williams. Outside Joe. Shot from 12. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
I'm shocked he missed that wide open look. He has to feel embarrassed he blew that one.
And Wood with the stuff.
At 6'10", dunking is effortless for Wood, especially when he's given this type of positioning.
And about a minute gone in the second quarter. Here's Williams. No points yet. Here's Diallo. Now the Lakers moving it up. Wood with it. Guarded now by Williams. And Wood with the stuff.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactics.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Chet Holmgren said, quote, it's exciting to have this sort of success early on because it's just rare for young teams. But at the same time, we cannot let it distract us from how much better we have to get. Hopefully, we have a long runway together to figure things out. Brian?
A chance for great things, Allie. Thanks for that.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points while the other guys struggle to keep up.
Pass to Hartenstein. Back to Williams. And out of bounds, the Lakers will take it.
Los Angeles ball.
Here we are in the middle of the season. Let's see where the Western Conference standings sit. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They're in first place right now with a tremendous record. They're certainly the team to beat. And, of course, Oklahoma City, they're currently in second.
When I look at the Lakers, they have proved a lot of people wrong. Few expected them to do much of anything this year, but no one's taking them lightly anymore.
Well, how could you? They're a team that's actually feared at this point, and that is legit. They go into every single game, no matter who's the opponent, and they expect to win.
All right, time for an injury report. And now Allie LaForce has an update for us on LeBron. What's the news, Allie?
I caught up with the head athletic trainer for Los Angeles. I'm told there's some stiffness in one of the finger joints, but overall, the rest of the hand feels okay. And for a team with definite title hopes, it will now be a case of next man up until he can return.
All right, that's good intel. We've definitely been thinking of him, and now we have some more clarity, guys.
Yeah, they now have all the information they need in order to determine the next steps.
Everybody wishing the best for him. We all know how badly he wants to be out there playing alongside his teammates and competing.
Rips down the breakaway slam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
And the gamble paying off.
Now here's Wallace. He's scoreless. That's tipped. To halt the run. Joe misses.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selections.
And give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play. Right now playing with tons of intensity.
And stolen by Wood. On the break. And Wood.
They're getting down the floor pretty fast. I mean, when Wood sees a chance to score in transition, he doesn't pass it up.
Tipped away. Vincent with the ball. Guarded now by Williams. And it's Vincent on the drive. And he jams it home with authority.
Incredible. I mean, this is the NBA. The defense needs to be much better.
He doesn't slam it often, but the D can't take him lightly, or he will.
Well, any guy can throw it down against air defending him. Plenty of room, so not so amazing. What does amaze me, though, is that no one came over to contest the play.
Here's Williams. The Lakers getting their last shot to go. And he lays it in off the breakaway. Vincent's got 13.
Once again, a turnover leads to points.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 0 for 4 in the second quarter. Pass to Hartenstein. And here we go again. The Lakers on the break. Nice shot by Christie.
They've earned 3 of their last 5 points in transition.
They desperately want to stop this run.
Might be time to switch things up. Try a new play call or something.
Here's Joe. And there's the rejection. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession here. Some changes now for the Lakers. Vanderbilt comes in for Hayes and connects, subbed in for Hachimura. Caruso, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Wallace. There's 53 seconds left in the first half of this game. Williams misses.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Pass to Christie. From downtown, and Los Angeles, another 3.
This story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
And stolen by Wood. Vincent outside. Here's Vanderbilt. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
They're now allowing an insane number of points off of turnovers.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for OKC. After this game, they can look forward to L.A., where they'll match up against the Clippers. It'll be their second game of a 4-game road trip.
Well, they're clicking on all cylinders right now, beginning to pull away.
The game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
Caruso outside. Gets it off. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers showing no mercy and just piling it on. Looking dominant and focused right now. Well, when you win the battle of turnovers, you typically win the battle of possessions. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. The NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. It's the Lakers out on top at halftime. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, how'd you feel about it?
They're getting into the lane whenever they want, getting some high percentage looks. I don't see the coaching staff switching up too much. Keep it simple. Force your opponent to adapt to it.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Oklahoma City.
They really need to focus on finding quality shots. They can't create for themselves in the second half. Things will only get worse. And I'm talking about the high percentage looks, not contested threes.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
Sorry, man.
And thanks for staying with us, folks, for our MLK Day broadcast of NBA action. You have to like what we're seeing from Gabe Vincent.
His whole first half looked like a highlight reel, rising up and just owning the rim.
Yeah, the defense has got to be a little bit embarrassed. There is no reason why he should just be on top of that rim.
And welcome back to our NBA coverage on this very special MLK Day. Los Angeles has got all 4 threes to drop from downtown in this game. And on the floor for Mark Dagnall starting the second half. Shea and Caruso are the backcourt pair. Jalen Williams is out there with Hamidou Diallo. And it's Hartenstein in at the 5, roaming the paint. And here are the Thunder now. The Lakers getting their last shot to go. Here's Vincent. Oh, now that's how you finish a break. Throw it down with force.
Changing ends quickly, scoring before the defense can set up. They've been doing it all game.
Yeah, their energy level's been amazing. Battery bar still full, hustling and still working hard out there.
Diallo, no good.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Here's Vanderbilt. sinks that one from the post.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
Pass to Williams. Oh, they get a hand on it. And stolen by Reeves. And up the floor again for the Lakers. Running the court. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Another steal. And it's Vincent off the drive. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third period run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
Poke loose. Vanderbilt with it. Guarded now by Williams. There's the drive. And Vanderbilt.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactics.
And stolen by Vanderbilt. All alone on the break for the finish. And Vanderbilt slams it in.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that? And how about our AT&T 5G slam cam? Couldn't have captured that play any better. The ball's knocked loose. And stolen by Reeves. And they're on the run. Here's Vincent. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Knocked loose. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Vanderbilt.
Oklahoma City.
Here's a look at the schedule for the Oklahoma City Thunder. On Tuesday, they'll be playing against Russell Westbrook and the Los Angeles Clippers. Then on Thursday, they'll go up against the Jazz in Utah.
What a great opportunity for this team to take a step forward. They have some tough road games coming up, and that kind of stretch can bring a team together. Winning some of these games would be huge for their overall confidence.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Still without a bucket. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Lakers. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Here's Hachimura. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
And how creative was that from Rui? Getting a bit fancy with it.
Hachimura's gone a perfect 6 for 6 shooting. Got a piece of it. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 11th pick back in 2018, has developed to the point where he is in the MVP conversation. His coach, Mark Daigneault, said he's improved every year. He's been in the league. It's a testament to his humility. He looks in the mirror, he sees what he needs to improve on, and then he works at it. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. Now here's Hachimura. 14 points for him.
They continue to lose the turnover battle.
Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's covered by Vincent. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. His scoring sits at around 31 a game. An impressive number. 3 on the clock. 2 in the cold spell. And too long on the shot.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Here's Reeves. And again, it's the Lakers.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's guarded closely. That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one. Connects checked in for Hachimura. Vincent outside. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, it's pure again. He's now a perfect 10 for 10 in this one.
A massive reason they're winning. This guy hasn't missed a shot, not one.
Here he goes. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No points yet. Pass to Joe. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Lakers. Now looking at the 2K leaderboard, specifically which teams have created a lot of turnovers and cashed in on the other end during the last 10 games. The Lakers, #1.
Well, over these last few games, they've been putting excellent pressure on the ball handlers and then turning those forced errors into easy points.
Here's Vanderbilt. Give him 8 points now. Pure from three-point range.
Well, we've seen Davis expand his game. You can see it there with the playmaking.
Ball stolen. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. So it's the Thunder now. Knocked loose. Here's Connect on the take. And he goes in for the dunk.
Well, Connect isn't a speedster on the drive, but there's some real muscle behind his motion.
43 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Vincent with the ball. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Oh, got that one up quick. Reeves has got 15 points.
Hey, they're causing turnovers, and then they're taking advantage at the other end.
Outside Joe. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And the action on hold. It appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Man, that's tough to see.
Yeah, that type of injury is always worrisome. Hopefully, he's okay.
Yeah, it reminds you of what's really important. Health, #1. Everything else comes after that.
All right, fans, here come your Laker girl.
Hey, LeBron James' son. Babe, you all right? Honey, you okay? Okay.
Oklahoma City making a switch here.
Your Lakers youth dance team a big round of applause.
Here's Reeves. He's got 15. Christie passes to Wood. Hits the trifecta. Wood's got 13 now.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Reeves. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactics.
And so it's Los Angeles making this game a no contest. They poured it on early, and they've never let up. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. We'll be right back with you shortly. Hey there, everyone. Glad you could join us on MLK Day on 2K Sports. They've got Jackson Hayes He's out there with Anthony Davis. And it's Connect in at the 3. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Well, Brent, you've won championships, but you've also been on some bad teams. What's that experience like?
Well, B.A., very kind of you to remind me of that, although the therapy has paid off, so I'm doing just fine. When you are experiencing seasons that aren't going as successful as the team would like it to go, there's a point of pride in the game, in the way that you approach it. You can't separate yourself from your teammates. You got to dig in and show that you have the mettle to go out there and still compete.
Here's Christie to the inside. And that one's good. Davis.
Good job,
They're just getting pushed around inside.
And so it's Wiggins with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. Davis with it. Now Wiggins defending. Drives to the hoop.
Well, scouts were buzzing about Connect's ability to attack the rim with a ton of ferocity. Now we see it in person.
So it's Oklahoma City now. Here's Williams. Can't hit that one.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Davis, the pass to Christie. Now here's Hayes. Over Jones. And again, it's the Lakers.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Pass to Connect from outside the arc. And another three for the Lakers. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Los Angeles.
You have to be a fan of the energy they played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
Davis, the pass to Hayes. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got 4 assists now tonight. Hayes has gone 3 for 3 from the floor. Now the Lakers moving it up. And here's Connect outside. Sinks it from distance. Connect's got 8 points in the quarter.
How many transition points are they going to give up? This is insane.
Pushing it up, Los Angeles. Lakers again in transition. And finished off by Hayes.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. Hayes has gone 4 of 4 from the field. Perfect so far. Here's Christie going inside. And that one is stopped right through.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Fast break. Here come the Lakers. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Come on now, what a talent. Slips through the lane and just flushes it home.
Oh, the D feeling some shame right there. That was big league. To stop the run. Here's Wallace. And Hood-Schifino pulls it down. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. Pass to Christie. Jacks up a 3. Knocks down the long J.
They keep attacking from the three-point range here in the second half.
The Thunder have gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Connect into the lane. And slams it in one-handed.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
And down it goes. Yeah, that one home. Oh, explosive crossover. How's that for a move?
And it's time for an injury report. Let's get an update on Gabe Vincent. What's the status, Allie?
Hey guys, I chatted briefly with the head athletic trainer for the Lakers, and he told me their worst fears have just been confirmed. It's a broken hand. It is a major loss right in the thick of the season. Other guys will have to step up. Let's see who answers the call.
All right, Allie, thank you. Sadly, that's not the news fans were hoping for.
Definitely not. Seems like he's got a long, tough road ahead of him.
Yeah, and this makes it particularly rough for this team. Other teammates now are going to have to step up, and it seems like it's going to be an extended period of time, so not easy to do.
Here's Williams. No good. Unable to win this run.
Man, I thought he was making that in so close. That's some aggressive defense.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Lakers.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And it was a team effort tonight, selecting their 39th victory of the year.
It's just a great matchup for them, and they're looking for the 4-game season sweep in their next meeting.
And stolen by Williams.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Pass to Jones. 32 seconds left in the fourth. Oh, they get a hand on it. And it's the Lakers on the break. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
You can feel the excitement in this arena. These guys have done one heck of a job.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
And up the floor again for the Lakers, running the court. Nice shot by Christie.
This half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
Yeah, this team did something at halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
And so it's the Lakers easily grabbing this one. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back off.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Brett Merrill, Grant Hill, and our entire 2K Sports crew, this is Brian Anderson signing off. We'll see you next time.
Jacqueline _K _Dudley. And living with the Mayhems. I see y'all next time go around.